Mema obi bi akwa basanchi achi obi bi abi mfamba nkasa TV. So subscribe to my channel, like it. For adwenche gu comment section wa kama. Ye be hwem na kenkan bi am. Fe busia for president elect John Dramani Mahama enche ba besu ni was start here appointee manfo bebre na wasa appointee speaker of parliament Alban Bagbin as speaker of parliament for the ninth time of Ghana your policy mu na abusuafoɔ mepɛ sɛ yɛkɔ akɔtie nsɛm no aba kyɛ sɛ John Dramani Mahama president elect ɛtumi ɛde saa asɛm no bɛto abɔnten sɛ Alban Bagbin ɛna ɛbɛtoa so ayɛ speaker of parliament. Subscribe to my channel na like na fa w'adwenkyerɛ so egu comment section wɔ kama mede obi bi ase.
Credit to TV3 Ghana. Nyankopɔn nhyira wo. Pacho mede obi bi ase.
Speaker of the Ninth Parliament, suggestions and names being chipped in left and right. Well, there's some news coming in from the quarters of the president-elect as to who he will prefer to be nominated as Speaker for the Ninth Parliament. The office of John Mahama has issued a release to the newly elected members of Parliament asking or mandating them rather that they nominate the Right Honourable Alban Bagbin as Speaker for the Ninth Parliament. I want to take you through details of that statement right now, and it reads that the President-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has in consultation with the National Executive and Parliamentary leadership of the NDC mandated the nomination of the Right Honourable Alban Bagbin as Speaker of the Ninth Parliament of the Fourth Republic of Ghana. The Right Honourable Bagbin has distinguished himself in the service of Parliament, rising from Member of Parliament for Nadolu to Minority and Majority Leader respectively, and subsequently as Speaker of the 8th Parliament. He goes on to say that he brings a wealth of experience to the position, which will prove vital in steering the affairs of Parliament at this critical period in Ghana's democratic and legislative development. The President-elect is convinced that under the stewardship of the Right Honourable Alban Bagbin, Ghana's Parliament will be further strengthened to deliver effectively on its oversight responsibility. And that's the latest from the office of the President-elect, who says that Alban Bagbin best fits the position of Speaker for the Ninth Parliament. There's been a lot of conversation. In fact, when the President, outgoing President, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, delivered a State of the Nation address, there was a question I posed to a number of MPs, and across the opinions which were shared, many made the argument that he had distinguished himself and they will be backing him to serve as the Speaker of Parliament come the Ninth Parliament. Now, it almost is coming off as official, this letter from the office of John Mahama, who is the President-elect, asking the MPs-elect to nominate Alban Bagbin to become the Speaker of the Ninth Parliament. He's a man in your shorts, been stirring the affairs of the 8th Parliament, the hung Parliament and all of its difficulties, and all of the fights and infightings with respect to legislation, laws being passed, taxes being brought onto bear in terms of e-levy, amongst many other things. He's the man who sat in that chair, stirred the affairs, and most recently, in the lead up to the dying days of the 8th Parliament, his verdict with respect to the declaration of some seats as vacant and it traveling to the Supreme Court, him disagreeing with the court and stating emphatically his position, adjourning the House, amongst many other things. All of that and more has become one of the many reasons why people from different spectrum. In fact, we've spoken to Dr. Rashid Draman, who's also made the argument that, look, he's distinguished himself and he will be backing him to be Speaker of the Ninth Parliament. We've had MPs say it as well. And now we're seeing the office of the President-elect, John Mahama, as well, speak to the fact that they will be wanting Alban Bagbin to be nominated. And if the NPP is so minded to nominate somebody as well, then it will be put to a vote. But if it's not put to a vote, then he will be elected as Speaker. We're going to try and run you through the processes with respect to the selection of Speaker. But let's go on the phone right now. Anthony Obeng is joining us. He's with the Parliamentary Network, Sami Obeng rather, Parliamentary Network Africa has joined us right now via the phone lines. Quick reactions with regards to what it is that we're bringing to you. Don't worry, we'll take you to the Electoral Commission's offices shortly when we get word with respect to the final details with regards Ablekuma North. But let's speak to Sami Obeng right now. Mr. Obeng, I appreciate that you could speak to us. First time I'm speaking to you, so I believe a Happy New Year is in order. We're hearing, or we've just been reading, that the President-elect John Mahama is asking the NDC MPs-elect to nominate Alban Bagbin to be Speaker of the 9th Parliament. Does it come to you as a surprise based off on the work he's done and the commendations he's received over the last few weeks with respect to him overseeing the 8th Parliament? Comes to a vote and elect Alban Bagbin as the Speaker for the 9th Parliament. Elect to nominate, and if it comes to a vote and elect Alban Bagbin as a Speaker for the 9th Parliament. Sami Obeng has joined us on the phone lines again. Let's try one more time, see if we can reach him. Mr. Obeng, I appreciate that you could speak to us. Happy New Year to you. Are you surprised this letter that's coming from the office of John Mahama mandating the NDC MPs to nominate Alban Bagbin as the Speaker of the 9th Parliament?
Happy New Year to you and to your viewers. No, I'm not surprised. I think that it is the most appropriate decision. The Parliament of Ghana in the 9th Parliament will be better for it, under the leadership of Speaker Bagbin, seen from how he has steered a very difficult 8th Parliament, and looking also at how uniquely placed the 9th Parliament is and what it can produce if it is made to work and work most effectively. So this does not come to us as a surprise. I think that at Parliamentary Network Africa, it was one of the calls that we thought will be useful, and we are happy that we clamored for it, and we're happy to hear that it is so. I think the Parliament of Ghana will be so better for it.
Now, happy for him and the fact that the clamor has brought him into that office. With respect to the work ahead, there's always been that concern about the numbers and the disparity in the numbers almost going to make this 9th Parliament a rubber stamp one. How important is the leadership of Mr. Bagbin in ensuring that this 9th Parliament does not become one of a rubber stamp?
In this 9th Parliament, if there are specific qualities of a Speaker of Parliament that is needed, it is one which is able to stand up to the executive, irrespective of being within the same political party with them. And I have no doubt in my mind, at least from the long history and the long serving period of Speaker Bagbin, that he has what it takes to be able to look Mr. President in his face and disagree with the executive where the legislature thinks that an issue or two is not really being dealt with the way it needs to be dealt with. Speaker Bagbin has proven over the years that he's able to do this, and I think that all of us as people of Ghana must also put Speaker Bagbin in the 9th Parliament